The city asks, "Who is this?" And then listen to what happens after that. It says, "The crowds answered, 'This is Jesus, the prophet from Nazareth in Galilee.'" And Galilee was the outskirts. Galilee was the provinces. Galilee would be where Blikkiesdorp is today. Galilee would be where people have been pushed out because of economic injustice and the terrors of the time. The people from that region say to the people of the city, "We know who this is. This is the prophet that speaks of another way, that speaks of economic justice, that speaks of equality, that speaks of a peace that is not just a covering over, but is a deep peace, a peace that is not just the absence of violence, but the absence of that which makes for what we call shalom or salam in many different languages, that it's a deep peace, not just the absence of violence." So I wanted to encourage you with that today, because sometimes we've listened to the voices of the center of the city for too long, and we think that they have postured themselves as the most important. But in our most important sacred text in our faith, we see that the people in the city do not know who the God of peace is. It's the people from outside the city coming in with Jesus to disrupt the status quo that come in and say, "This is the prophet." So I want to encourage you with that today. You are a community of prophets to our city. And I want to thank you for that and affirm you for that, and just want to encourage you that more and more churches are wanting to come behind your community and support you in the work that you do.
Whose law and whose way is more deserving to be followed than the person who created this earth? What is a government and a group of an organization or a party, a political party? Who are they to tell you and I what is right from wrong? Who are they to tell you and I how we should live our lives? Who are they to tell you and I what is a high standard of living and a low standard of living? Who are they to tell you and I who should get what in the way that they work? Is there anybody other than God that can determine these things for us? If He is the creator of the heavens and the earth, is there anybody other than Him that can determine how life on this earth should be lived? He created it. He created you and I, and He placed you and I here in the earth. There's no one else who can determine how life should be lived on this earth besides God. No political party, no government, no kingdom, no nothing can determine how life should be lived on this earth besides God.
And that's the only conclusion that we can come to. That the authorities are afraid of engaging with us. They do not want to talk to us, they want to tell us. And so we've been able to say that enough is enough. We too have a voice, we too have brains, we too are people, and we too will be recognized.
You who have no words, speak. You who have no homes, speak. You who have no schools, speak. You who have to run like chickens from the vulture, speak. Let us share our problems so that we can solve them together. We must free ourselves.